Well, thanks, Katlejo. Many of us get stuck in a rat race, and of course 2015 is the year to change all of that. Could working too hard have a negative impact on the output that one has, especially when it comes to our day-to-day work? And I'm specifically looking at Americans and even the Europeans at this stage. I mean, here in South Africa, as employees, we're entitled to unpaid leave, right? But in the US, employers aren't required to provide any, so around 1 in 4 Americans go without paid leave altogether. Around 42% of them didn't take a single day of leave in 2015, or 2014 rather, which is surprising. But comparatively, Europeans who receive quite a bit more leave and actually use them, they live longer and they spend less money on healthcare than the Americans. So I want to know about this and I want to talk through it so that we can make 2015 a productive year. We have life coach Warren Munitz in our studio to talk about the importance of leave or even taking a holiday, which we often seem to, indulge in, especially when we need to be productive. But Warren, good morning and welcome to the show. We're talking about social media this morning, we're talking about work, we're talking about leave. But many of us out there work a lot of long hours, believing that we will increase our output. Is that the case?
Not necessarily. I mean, if we overwork, we're not machines. So if we overwork, we can create a level of stress that would probably end us taking sick leave, making us not productive at all. Taking time out helps us to relax, helps us to be more creative. That relaxation has lots of benefits like increased energy, better moods, and it also has it's been shown to reduce chronic pain.
Okay. I mean, as a life coach, one of the things that you often feel when you tell your colleague you're going on holiday is you feel guilty. You know, who wants to go on holiday when everyone else is working really hard? Will taking a holiday make us more productive?
It will. Having that time to relax, engaging in relaxing, it helps with our memory, it helps with our cognitive function, which would ultimately lead to being more productive.
What benefits does taking a vacation or a holiday have on our mind and our bodies?
Well, as I said, clinically, if we engage the relaxation response, which is what happens when we take a holiday, usually only after a few days, we realize we're on holiday and we start to relax. That affects our minds and it affects our bodies in lowering our blood pressure, increased blood flow, improves memory, improves our cognitive ability, higher functioning, and would ultimately improve our creativity. So when we got back to work, or if we engage with something at that time, we would be more creative and more productive.
And what's better? I mean, shorter stays and holidays or a nice long vacation?
I think consistency would be better. So if we took mini vacations, like long weekends every now and then, it would be better than taking one giant holiday at the end of the year. But also what I think is taking micro vacations, like during your workday. Take 5 or 10 minutes and just relax. Engage with breathing and just letting go, not picking up your cell phone. I was
going to ask about that. Lastly, I mean, cell phones and laptops, do you switch them off when you're on holiday? Because you kind of feel out of the loop. You want to be on social media. You want to engage in the conversation, especially if there's some chain email that's going around at work.
Yes, I can see the appeal. Technology often gets blamed for our, distracting ourselves. And I think what we need to do is we need to concentrate on evolving our consciousness so that we catch up with technology. So we don't have to distract ourselves playing a game or being on social media when we're on holiday. But if we feel that, you can't control that urge, then switch your cell phone off.
Okay, well, Warren in our studio this morning giving us advice and also letting us know that we don't have to work too hard for 2015. Well, what's the point of making all that money if you can't spend it on a beautiful and a nice vacation? In fact, here on the show, we always talk about it, but redeem your avios on a great holiday. Yeah, why not take some time off? Whether it's a short getaway abroad or even something where you can spend more time on, but you can redeem your avios and everything that you've collected up until now and make sure that you spend your daily spend on things like grocery shopping or even buying petrol or even selling your house through Lou Giff and Sotheby's International Realty that we've talked about before. But take that holiday, especially if you need it. Warren, thanks so much for joining us on the show this morning. We hope to spend 2015 not working too hard and also taking those micro vacations that we talked about on the show today. But there's more happening. Leigh-Anne, what you got?